Americans live here with Bayut. Find real and authentic properties using TrueCheck. Download the app or visit Bayut.com.
Fibha Ahmed's with us in the studio, Vice President Sales, Dubizzle and Bayut. Morning, Fibha.
Morning. How are you, Richard?
I'm awesome. Thanks very much indeed. I got one word for you this morning. So many questions on it. Affordable. A, what's affordable in Dubai at the moment? And B, is there anything affordable yet? You guys crunch the numbers. What's your take?
I would first go ahead and define affordability into two segments because you're right. There are a lot of words that fly around here. When we look at affordable apartments, I would talk about apartments that are listed on our platform, Bayut.com, under 1 million bracket. And of course, you have anything ranging from 500K studios to 94, 95K one bed. And when we look at the townhouse segment of the market, we will stick to a price bracket of, let's say, 2 to 4 million. How does that sound?
2 to 4 million. Okay, I mean, that's still $1 million, which is, by any normal standards, a lot of money for a property. But let's go with the sub 1 million dirhams to buy a home. What can you get on Bayut? If you want to get maximum bang for your $1 million dirham buck at the moment, let's take that $1 million dirham figure. Where in Dubai do you go at the moment?
You have a lot of opportunities, and yes, you would probably struggle to find something that's extraordinary in the prime segment, but I think the focus needs to be on areas that are upcoming. It's interesting to note that in last month alone, 60% of the transactions recorded at DLD were under a 2 million bracket, so that itself is a big number in terms of volume of transactions. And 27% of those were in a 1 million bracket. Now, when I look at the apartment segment, the areas that have gained the most demand and increase in demand is, of course, your Dubai South. Recent launches in DIP that cater to this segment. You also have very attractive offerings in the Mac Hills too in terms of apartments that's below 1 million mark. And you have your regular favorites, that is DSO, International City and IMPZ. So if you were to ask me, I would say in the last 12 months, we have certainly spoken a lot about the luxury segment. I think what doesn't get mentioned is that there is something for everybody, especially in the mid-income segment.
So I'm looking at, trying to find a 2-bed for $1 million dirhams. What can I find? And there's a couple on I'm looking on Bayut.com now, and there are a couple there. You can buy a 2-bedroom townhouse in Dubai Investment Park that's listed for $1 million dirhams. A couple of 2-bed apartments in the JVC area for 2 million dirhams. So it can be done.
It can certainly be done. One area that has seen a lot of interest, not only on our platform but also in the transactions, is the Mac Hills too. You could easily find a 3-bed townhouse there for roughly about 1.2 million. I myself had, I was in the Mac Hills too over the weekend, and I was pretty impressed with the community that it has become. I remember people telling me back in the day the Mac Hills too is really far out, but when you drive from the main center, it took us 40 minutes. I'm on Sheikh Zayed Road. From there, took 40 minutes to reach there, and once you're there, it's a little city with. You have a community there, you have a clinic there as well. So I would say for townhouse, people who are looking for townhouses, the Mac Hills too is definitely the place to explore. And yes, there are a lot of offerings that are coming up in DIP in the segment of 1 million to 2 million mark for townhouses and villas.
I mean, that is quite a way out. I'm looking on Google Maps now, Dubai Hills too, just when you mentioned it, saying it's 7 hours, 15 minutes away, but that's walking. Okay, so that's not realistic.
Don't try that. I wouldn't recommend that.
Yes, exactly. So to Media City, where we are, it's saying 33 kilometres, 53 minutes. So it's almost an hour to get to Media City.
Yeah,
I mean, peak rush hour.
Yes, I was just going to say that. So if you do this in a less busy time, 40-minute door-to-door from Safa 2, I would say, yes, to the Back Hills 2. I was actually pretty impressed myself.
Okay, yeah, and to DIFC at the moment, it's saying about the same thing. It's a bit further in distance, 44 kilometres, but yeah, 50 odd minutes. So it's out of town, no question, but it's It's suburban living, isn't it?
I would say that it's all about what the motivation is. And with rents going sky high, people are looking to become homeowners. And the best thing about having options is that if you want to jump onto home ownership ladder, which according to the Real Estate Strategy 2033 is one of the key elements that they're going to focus on to increase home ownership by 33%, people will have to explore. They will have to kind of make some compromise. Are they going to go for location? Then they'll have to pay a bit extra, or are they going to look at affordability and what they can actually afford?
Okay, so that's Fibha's theory of affordability version 1. Fibha's first theory of affordability is apartments $1 million dirhams and less. Fibha's second theory of affordability is family homes, townhouses, villas. Let's talk about Fibha's second theory of affordability. What do we get in there?
So in townhouse segment, you definitely can look at Dubai South. We've spoken at length about the Mac Hills too. And bear in mind that 1.2 million is for 3-bed. You do get 4 and 5 bed houses there. Average listed price for the Mac Hills too is 1.7 million. You move on to Dubai South, you're looking at a bracket at 2.5 million. You also have options that are coming up in DIP. Bear in mind, these are off plan, so you'll have to wait a year or two whereabout you can work in the same segment. And of course, going back to our favorite Qudra corridor, Dubai Land has massive opportunity for people to explore different sizes, different layouts, and average listed price on that side is about 2.6, 2.7 million.
So again, I'm on Bayut now. I've put in the median of Fibha's second theory, 3 million dirhams, 4 beds, and there's quite a bit coming up. Expo Golf Villas.
Dubai South.
Dubai South.
Excellent option.
Yeah, lot of Expo Golf Villas. Yeah, plenty of 4 beds there for 3 million dirhams. Loads, in fact. Yeah.
Which one are you picking?
Greenway 2, spacious 4-bed townhouse. 4
Great.
beds, 4 bathrooms.
Great.
I mean, I have no idea if it's...
Safe to say that in 2 years' time, our show would be in there, in your living room.
Fibha, I appreciate you talking with us today. It's nice to talk about relatively affordable property rather than the trillionaires and billionaires in Dubai.
Always.
Fibha Ahmed of Bayut.com, I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Dubai Eye 103.8.